What's up, people? It's your man Black Cobra back once again with the Wheel Life Show, talking about the Wheel Life Rally coming up on August 15th and 16th. And this thing just doesn't want to cooperate right now. 15th and 16th, coming up this hot summer. But we are excited today because we're going to talk a little bit about it. Talk a little bit about what we've been going through recently because we've been trying to set this up. Those of you who ride one wheels, we are partnering and getting involved in the ORL, the One Wheel Racing League, getting ourselves jumping in there, getting ourselves put on the calendar and the schedule. But as always, there's always a little give and take here and there, and we're going to talk about that today. And I'll talk, of course, some more about the fun I had on my trip to China, that in there. But I'm not going to be alone today. I got a couple of members from the Wheel Life Rally Council that are going to join me today to help me talk to you about some of this. So right now, without further ado, I'm going to bring in my man, Colin Chandler. What's up, Colin?
What up? What up? What up? Thanks for having me, Erwin.
We lost him. we started Colin and we lost you. I don't know what happened, brother. All right. Okay, he's calling back. Let's see. Okay.
I don't know what happened. I was like, thanks for having me, and then it was like, boom. Thanks for being on.
I don't know what happened. So I was like, you was there, you were here, and then bloop. I'm like, okay, maybe he didn't want to be on the show.
Now I'm so excited to be on the show.
Oh man, I'm glad you're here, brother. I really am. And I'm excited to see that jersey that you're wearing over there too.
Oh, I love this thing.
Yeah, you guys can see that's last year's jersey. Nice. We got the sponsors on the back. So hey, Colin. So do me a favor, give me a mic check 1 2.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Okay,
check.
There we go. I wanted to see where your levels are at. And as a matter of fact, hold on, let me do that over here. Try to get you. Oh, why is it going in and out? I don't know, but
well, I'll keep talking while you're doing that to make sure that you know.
I'm trying to listen to it on a secondary because for me it always sounds great, but then later on it's either you're too high or I'm too low or you're too low or I'm too, and I'm like,
gotta get them levels right.
Right, I'm looking at them on the screen. The levels look about right, so I'm gonna hope that they are, and we're gonna go.
All right,
from there.
let's do it.
So Colin, first and foremost, thank you, brother. I appreciate you. So for those of you who remember, last year, Colin joined as one of our One Wheel representatives on the council. He knows a lot more about One Wheel than I do, so I look to him as one of my go-to guys. And him and Brian, of course. Brian couldn't make it with us tonight, but Brian is from One Stop Board Shop, and of course, he definitely knows a lot about One Wheel. So between Brian and Colin, they are my One Wheel connection to keep me piped in to all things One Wheel. Speaking of that, Colin, why don't you give us a little overview of your conversations you had recently to get us into the ORL?
Yeah, so really this year ORL is opening up to more events, and immediately I was like, hey, let's get in on that.
Hold on one second before we go any further. I got another guest that's jumping in. The one and only Brian Lindy, ladies and gentlemen. What? So, ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, Brian surprised us. We did not know he was gonna make it tonight, but we are both excited to see you, brother.
What's going on, guys? How are you? Can you all see me?
Yes, very clearly.
Right, there we are.
It's good to see you, brother. All right, give me a 1 2. Give me a mic check. Let me see how you sound.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
I'm doing a new thing. I'm doing a dual screen. I've actually got an actual webcam, so I've got you up on YouTube here, and I've got the live stream here. So trying to
Okay.
see how it all works now because I got a new
Okay.
setup here. Yeah.
I see you, Bry.
Now that I'm running One Stop Board Shop fully, in my home office, I have to make sure that it's done right. So
It looks good to me, that's for sure.
yeah,
How does it
what's
look
up,
over there to
guys?
you, Colin? Oh wait,
Oh,
Colin
it's
can't
looking amazing.
see
I
Colin.
can't see. I just pulled it up on my other
There you
screen
go.
so
I
that
was
I
about
can
to
see
say,
him
Colin,
now.
you might want to pull it up on something else so you can see all of us. So,
Yeah.
as I was just talking about you, Brian, it's hilarious because I just said
I
your
literally
name.
just messaged Colin before. I was like, I'm not gonna be able to make it, and then I was like, all right, I gotta find a way to get on.
Yeah. Well, I got one more thing to say. What's up, Showtime?
Hey, Ashley.
What's going on? Showtime.
Showtime.
You
I
know,
love Showtime.
yeah. So now we got us all in here. This is one hell of a board. If you guys don't know, if you look at this screen right now, you see a whole lot of experience, a whole lot of riding experience going on right here. So I'm glad to have you guys in the house, and it really means a lot to me. You guys know that the Wheel Life Rally, we are just kicking off. Basically now letting everybody know what's what. We have been behind the scenes working on things, and we have a lot to still work on. But let me tell you, we are still 100% behind Wheel Life Rally, and we expecting to make it, as it says, New England's premier PE event. And we want everybody up in here. So Colin was just telling us, Brian, in Showtime. He was just about to tell us some of his conversations with Austin and trying to get us into the One Wheel Racing League. We were both talking about it, but Colin, if you wanted to continue what you were saying there. Oh, we lost him again.
I think he's
Yeah, we lost
I know
Colin
he's
again.
messaging us.
I think. Okay, he's calling back again.
Software is messing with me every time you call on me. It cuts me off and says, "Thanks for joining."
Okay, before we go any further, somebody, I think it might be Showtime because you're the last one in. Something somewhere is, I can hear it on your end. So, yeah,
There's
turn
some
down
feedback.
something you
Someone needs
have
to
in the
mute the mic.
background, either your phone or something.
Showtime's just coming in here and just like messing everything.
I don't know how you're able to talk when you're getting that feedback, because when it does that through my headset, it just throws me off.
So it's great because I can hear it. But
It
it's
sounds like
coming over
crackle,
from,
crackle.
my speaker setup on my right.
Yeah.
I hear
So
it
I have to
too.
ignore
Yeah,
it.
but it only came in when you came in, Showtime. So I don't know if it's your headset, but we can
Can you
hear
mute
it.
yourself?
We can hear it like a loop, a feedback.
Oh, there we go.
I think you stopped
There
it.
it goes. There we go.
Is that better? Yeah. Can you hear us? There. Yeah. Go wireless. What you got? Tell me when it connects.
Pull it out, Showtime.
We can't hear you, but
Can you
keep
hear me now?
trying. Keep trying to connect
Yeah,
it.
I hear you.
Showtime, you got something? What you got?
This is riveting stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, we got John
Absolutely.
Massimo joining.
15
Shout out to John
minutes of
Massimo.
pure
John
content
Massimo.
gold right here. Guys, this is how we kick off the Wheel Life Rally year. This is what we do. This is
what we do.
In the chat, obviously One Stop Board Shop. What's up? But we got the one and only Ruben White. My man Ruben is everywhere. Ruben is always in effect. Like, I appreciate you, Ruben. He said, watching on 2 times to catch up. Hey, everyone, congratulations on retirement. Oh, thank you, brother. Yes, I just retired for the 2nd time. So, Saturday was my police retirement date. So, thank you. Look forward to seeing you, Ruben, at the event. So, you and Liam, you guys are stars of the show. So we look forward to seeing both of you. Tracy Holland. Tracy, what's up? I like when I see people who aren't even writers. They just, hey. So, Colin, you were telling us, let's try this third time, Colin.
I got this. All right, disconnected. No. So ORL, One Wheel Racing League. It's the big one for one wheel. Culminates in Race for the Rail, and this year they really wanted to open it up to more events, so that more events could count towards your One Wheel Racing League points. And I immediately applied because Wheel Life Rally is awesome, and I think that people should be earning ORL points for participating in Wheel Life Rally. And so far, I think that we are on track to officially be on it. We haven't gotten that confirmation yet,
Mhm.
but we're ironing out the final details, and I think it's going to be a yes.
So what I got from Austin, because both Colin and I have been going back and forth with Austin, who's running it, and so the issue we had this year, which seems to be it comes up a lot with different places, is we've picked our date because of our venue, WIC 338. We've picked this date months ago. I put it up on the website. I put it out and let people know the date for the event. However, um, when they started doing their event planning, they weren't looking at our date, so they picked the same date, August 16th, for the Race for the Rail, which is the final event for the year for the One Wheel Racing League. So,
Yeah, just this little competing event, Race for the Rail. It's like kind of our Super Bowl kind of thing, but whatever.
so so he said, and the thing is that they didn't come up with that date until recently. So, we couldn't
They haven't even
possibly know.
announced that date. We're probably not even supposed to say it, but
Oh, actually,
we just
yeah.
did.
But he announced it to us. So he said to us that he definitely wants Wheel Life Rally included in ORL and the points. So for those people who are not going to
Well,
Race for the Rail, you can include the points for next year. So that's the way he's saying he's going to do it, is he's going to allow the points that you gain from the rally, from your wins and stuff, you can move those points towards the 2026 season and culminate next year using those points to help you in next season. That was the only way that he could do it, because he wasn't. They're not able to move their date, and we're not able to move our date. We tried. I definitely made some serious effort to try and make an adjustment to try and get us a little bit earlier so that we could be included in this year's points before Race for the Rail for the one wheel. I was just trying to help the one wheel community because I know how much it means. Yeah, thanks, Colin. I know how much it means to be included in the ORL. I know how much it means to get your points in there. And we want to be an inclusive event that helps. So we are trying to help those one wheel riders to boost their careers and boost their scores. So we're going to continue to do that. In order to do that, we have to get a new timing system. We're going to have that this year, so that you'll have electronic timing system, so everything will be above board and easy to see. We'll be able to have printouts for all the results and all that good stuff. So the
Those
rally is
results will be
shaping up to
accessible
be,
online too. It's going to be
yep,
awesome.
yep, online, that you'll
and
be able to
listen,
access it.
as long as all this happens, because the 12 people we've got in this group need to hush hush because Colin and Irwin just dropped the ball announcing the dates. So until we get that confirmation, we may be.
I have
Well,
even bigger news than that I want to share at some point that I really shouldn't share, but it's fun.
well, I mean, if you want to share, go right ahead. If you're gonna get in trouble,
Let,
I'll look
let's
away.
keep the viewers tantalized. Let's wait towards the end. Let
Okay.
me drop it at the end.
Dun dun dun.
So Ruben says Liam is at a bowling tournament Sunday morning. So if we do come, might have to dip out early. Okay, okay. Hey, whatever you can do, Ruben. We look forward to seeing you, brother. And we know that Liam is doing his thing bowling. He's killing. Have you guys seen Liam bowl? Anybody
No.
else? Man, if you look on Ruben's channel, see some of the posts. Actually, Liam's channel, and look at and his posts on social media. that kid can bowl. He's like strike, strike, strike. I'm like, geez, he's better than me, that's for sure. I'm like, good lord, that kid is no joke. So
Well,
Dude,
how about now
he's
with,
awesome.
with the new bionic hip? You probably pretty good now, right?
The bionic. Oh man.
yo, speaking of the bionic hip, today was the first time I got on a wheel.
Oh goodness.
Woo!
I took the dog out on the
All right.
A2.
Answer the question. I was
most
about to say,
dangerous.
did you go full balls to the wall
No,
and ride on
no.
one wheel?
No, you know I'm not doing that. I'm taking my time, and I'm getting yelled at, of course, over here. They're like,
yeah.
"No, you can't ride that thing. No, your hip. What if you fall?" And I'm like,
Yep.
I got a bionic hip now. This hip stronger than it was before I had the operation. I'm like, I am not worried about that.
Can I hijack for just a hot
Go
second
for
here?
it.
I just want to give all you guys a shout out because so for our viewers not public stuff, but I personally have had a lot going on the last couple of months. Some people know about, some people don't. But the Wheel Life Rally crew, uh, you all know that I'm very, I'm in it. I'm in it. I'm constantly, like arguing, challenging, giving feedback. I mean, there's never a message I miss, except for the last 2 or 3 months, and I've been incredibly offline. And these guys have kept it going with in light of my absence. And I even told Colin last night that I was playing catch up to, yesterday, and I couldn't, but I'm gonna play some catch up tonight with all what we got on the agenda. But it's one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to jump in on this live stream tonight, is because you guys have really held true while I've been out doing my own thing. And not because not because of no love for real life, but because you all know what's going on in my life. Viewers, sorry, private person, but they know what's going on. And
He's facing a murder charge.
No, I fought the murder charge. I'm good. I had a good alibi. No, but in all seriousness, I just want to give, if you don't know how much work goes in behind the scenes, there's a reason there's a bunch of us, and there's a reason that we got, so much, momentum with these folks. They've really stepped up and taken over, at least the parts of things that I'm very involved in on the one wheel side of things. Colin has been instrumental working with Cobra to get those things happening. So, just want to make sure that, our viewers know how much you guys have put in just in the couple short months that, that we've started this for the year, and that I've been, offline. So,
well, we
love you, bro.
appreciate you. We definitely appreciate you, man. You definitely. I mean, I know you got a lot going on, and and that's why I'm happy to have you guys as a team, because as you know, Cobra tends to take on everything by himself, and that doesn't work
Not
out
anymore.
well. So I needed a team because this has been, there's a whole lot going on, and it's like, okay, we don't want to let down the people who want to be at this event, and we definitely want to continue to grow this event because we all see the potential. Those of you who have been to the event, you know the potential, you know what it can be. We see it, we feel it, and we know it. The love that is there when we do this rally is amazing. And we want everyone to be a part of it. And I just appreciate that everybody here has, given their effort, because we're all busy. I mean, you guys, if you saw our schedules, all of us, you would probably pass out. So because between myself, Brian, Showtime, Colin, I mean, we all have
well, let's
families.
be real. Colin's schedule really doesn't have that much going on.
Well, he's got a family
I ain't
over
doing
there.
shit.
He's got a family over there. Like even tonight, I'm like, okay, what time we doing this? He's like, well, okay, my wife, my kids, like there's always something. We're adulting, so.
No, man, I got iPad kids. I just stick them on the iPad and be like, yo. Fend for yourselves, bro.
Colin came down. So I had a scooter of his that we repaired in like November of last year, and he was like, I want to come pick it up in person. So he was like giving me all these dates, and he came down. He's just got nothing going on during the day. He's just like, you want to hang out on a Monday and just go ride trails? He's like, I can hang out for like a few hours maybe, like.
And we did, and he had time. Like,
Yeah, it
it's
was
so
fun.
hard
It
to
was a
make
good time.
time for me.
He drove 2.5 hours each way, and like I'm just like, yeah, I got an hour for you.
You gonna
Yeah.
buy something while you're here?
Yeah, we wanted to come down that way too, Brian, and I was like, okay, let me check. Let me put it in the GPS. I'm like, ooh. I'm like, maybe not yet. So we are
That's
definitely not all in the same place, people.
no, that's one of the wildest things about this is that we all come together for this from like so far away from each other. Well, maybe not you two,
Yeah,
Cobra
us
and
two are
Showtime.
close.
You guys live close, but
We're
everyone
one
else
city
is far
apart.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have come up with some pricing for this year, and I want to throw this up because I want people to get an idea of what's what. We haven't updated the website just yet, but we will be working on that starting today. But here, let me share my screen here. Let's see. Do. Let's see. Okay. Allow. Over here. All right. So let's.
I love how you narrate what you're doing
Yeah. Right.
while you're doing it.
Yeah.
It's drag
That's
and drop, minimize.
I do that when I'm like talking with my hands when I'm talking to people. Yeah, and then they're like, "You are just like very physical, huh?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's just me. I'm sorry."
That's what you need for good streaming skills, though. Like, I've tried streaming before, and I'll just be like sitting there, like, click,
Yeah.
click, click.
Well, it's
Click.
tough when you're silent. Like when I try to
Colin's
game.
got 4 subscribers, and one of them is him.
When I try to game stream, I'm like, that's when I have trouble because that's a lot tougher for me because I don't do it, and I'm like, and I'm like, all right, never mind. The one person, the one person watching was like a friend of mine that I had on a text chat talking to at the same time. I'm like, this ain't gonna work. But all right, so looking at what we have here on the screen, we have the all access pass. So the event, the race day is going to be on the 16th. So Saturday the 16th, and Friday the 15th, people can come down, and you guys can come down and set your stuff up and get your camping set up if you guys are camping on site. Last year we had the same thing. People came the afternoon before and we're camping. Well, that's what you can do again. And we'll have a little, hanging out the night before, go out to dinner, go for a ride together and all that good stuff. So there'll be stuff for us to do that
Have some
night
fun.
before.
Right.
But
a bit of fun.
yeah, but the big time is going to be on Saturday, race day, and it's going to be back-to-back races all day. Because we're only doing one day, it's going to be tight scheduling. So what I would say is if you're racing, make sure you're there either Friday night or stupid early on Saturday. Like, yeah, like show up at like 6, 7 in the morning and be ready because
So let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah.
Because last year we did 4 races over 2 days.
Yeah.
And this year we are still planning to do 4 races,
Yep.
but we're going to do it in one day this time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's really big. You are going to get there early, and we are going to have this thing timed out where you are racing back to back. I mean, we'll get some charge time in. You might want to consider bringing a second board to ride and charge between races.
Now let's be clear about that as well. It's 4 races per segment. 4 races for UC, 4 races for one wheel.
Yeah.
So you may only be racing 4 races, but time-wise, there's 8 races.
Yeah. So you'll have time in there between the races to get a little charge in. But Colin made a good point. If you have a second board, you have a second wheel, you might want to bring that to make sure you're ready. We will have charging stations, we will have generators, and we will have a couple of areas where you can charge. But you might want to prepare yourself, and you might want to bring a little wheel to ride around on, so you're not burning your wheel while your race wheel while you're hanging out. Just some things to think about. So, but it's $100 for the all access pass. That gets you a raffle ticket. That gets you access to all the races, and we will have backwards races and drag races, and I think we got to do another chair race this year because that was kind of fun. So bring your chairs. We will have
with shoes.
Yes. Yeah. Who was that? Colin with no shoes.
I couldn't get the sensor to activate otherwise.
Some jousting. We'll be doing some jousting again. So there's a lot. So all access means you're allowed to compete in everything. $120 if you're racing and you need to camp overnight and you're going to be set up. You got a camp set up. If you're just camping and you're not racing, it's $30. Raffle tickets are $20 each. Spectators, if you're a ride spectator and you're riding around the place, you got your wheel and you're last year a couple of people said, hey, can I go along with you when you do the familiarization ride on the track? And well, if you're doing, that's $30 for a spectator who's riding around and doing all kinds of stuff
for the for the whole event.
Yeah, for the whole event. Yeah, so $15 if you're just walking. Like there were some parents there last year. You don't got to pay $30 if you're a parent. But we do need to get something from you because this is not cheap and it does cost a lot. And we want to try to actually make it so it doesn't cost this year. We want to make it at least break even this year. So
yeah, if you show up, regardless whatever you're doing, someone's got to do something with you and it's going to cost money. So you got to pay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the insurance and things like that.
Yep.
So
yeah,
have to be covered.
We got to cover everything. Rick from the WIC, he does a lot. He gives us a lot. He helps us a lot, but he still has to cover his insurance for the day, and it's not cheap. So, well, let me finish this first. $25 for the raffle T-shirt, $80 for a raffle jersey, and once we put those up, if I were you, I would order those quickly. Speaking of that, I'm gonna give away a shirt tonight. We're gonna give one shirt away on the show, one rally shirt. You see, she's got the shirt on right there, rocking it. So, we do have a sponsor already. Iona's Cafe has already sponsored our food. So we will have some good food on site. He's a chef that is from the Springfield area, and he volunteered to take care of the food for us this year. So Linda won't have to worry about it this year. She can hang out and relax. The chef will be on site, and he'll be grilling it up, and lunch will be included. So these are the things.
Deal.
Yeah, these are the things that are important for you guys to know. Brian Ruben says, "Good to see you over there."
Hey, Brain, where's your jersey?
So we
still never got those.
I don't have my jersey. The only jersey I have says Brain on the back.
Yeah,
Brain
but we can't see the back.
So that's not why I'm not wearing it tonight. Why I'm not wearing it tonight is because Ruben, good to see you too, but why I'm not wearing it tonight is because I wasn't planning on joining the live stream until 45 seconds before the live stream.
That's what I figured. I wasn't gonna rat you out, but
it's not cool. It's okay.
I just so happen to be wearing this hoodie, so
we know we feel you. We know that you know.
You're lucky I got pants on, man. I mean,
Oh wait, we were supposed to have pants on.
Okay. We were supposed to have pants on, right?
Sorry. At any rate, this is what the pricing is, so everybody could take a screenshot of that and go back to it. I'm gonna jump out of this, but this is what we're working with. I think this calculates out enough to make it work this year. So that's what we're gonna go with. And sponsorship is really the important key. So if you have a business out there, if you guys are doing something that you feel you can do some sponsorship and help us out, we would appreciate it. We really want this to go off and be as big as we possibly can. So we will be reaching out to more people. We will still have, Amped will be sponsoring, and Be Gold, and this all the sponsors we had from last year. I'll be reconfirming all of them and seeing what we will have. I'm not sure what wheels we will be giving away this year, but we will be doing the same thing, a raffle. And last year we gave out cash prizes, and it was tough. I want to do the same thing though, because I do feel that cash prizes is a good thing. I feel that if you're going out of your way to come to an event and race, I think it's another thing. The good point that was brought up. You don't want to win another wheel that you already have, or you don't want. So um, cash would be in effect as well. But I don't know. I think that this year, um, what are you expecting to see, or what are you excited to see the most? How about that? We'll start with that, and then we'll give away a shirt real quick. Showtime. What are
Well, I
you
hope people
excited to see the most
see
this year?
me. I bring all the action. You know what I'm saying? No, actually, I love that. We all get together and coordinate for the track, and Rick, he comes up with some crazy ideas. Hopefully, we get some other obstacles in there. Colin, if you got time, come on site. We'd love to have you, um, and just see what we can bring for the track. The track is definitely the best part for me. Like,
Hmm.
just seeing what we're gonna deal with. Is it gonna be a dry track? What are we doing here? We got
Well,
some loose
Rick is a
soil. What are we
wizard.
doing?
Whatever conditions are, he'll make it amazing. I'm just blown
Yeah,
away by his abilities.
Yes, and I like getting there early because I get an opportunity to see what he's doing ahead of time. And this year, what I'm hoping for is I'm hoping to be able to build a few more features and add them to the track. We had one built out there that Nico brought. I actually had a couple that I had in the truck, but never got them on the track. This year, I'm hoping to do a lot more of that. So I think this year the track is going to be even more insane. Um, I was just rewatching some videos, which we're going to be putting out, of some of the going down into the actual Wick track and through the tunnel down there. And man, just watching all that is like great to watch back. Um, so
So
I don't
exciting.
know. Brian, what do you think? What are you looking forward to the most?
Um, so that's a fun question because it's a little bit bittersweet. I'm looking forward to going and enjoying it without all the setup that I usually do every year. For those viewers who don't know, I have and I'll be given some more information on this in the next coming weeks because I know I was super like tight-lipped about why. But I had shut down in January my entire New Jersey operation. So we are One Stop Board Shop is only online now. We have no physical operation. We're not doing services. We're not doing instant retail, any of that. So I have very limited what I'm actually like. I'm not going to be coming with a full retail setup to be selling goods or anything like that. I'm just going to be coming, riding. I'm going to bring a couple flags for promotion and all that stuff, and that's kind of it. And I'm actually going to get to just chill and enjoy. Um, I'm also excited for not having the world's absolute worst Airbnb. That
and for that,
Wait,
I
you're saying
really
you're
absolutely,
not going to
was.
go back to that
absolutely.
place?
No, well, I want to. If I have you over for dinner, and Colin, and the host is like, you can't have a person over. It's like, yeah,
What?
I
absolutely.
cause problems.
Wait,
What can I
Cobra, you don't
say?
know this story?
No, I did not hear the
Oh my
story.
god! So Greg and I got an Airbnb, and it's two people, right? and the host was on site. It wasn't supposed to be that.
Oh Lord.
It was like there was no electric, like there was an air conditioning unit that was over a couch, and that's it. There was no, it was awful, absolutely awful. And
That's
The
so
floors were
Colin, at
all
the end,
uneven. It felt like you were
the
gonna fall through the floor at any moment.
I, there was absolutely, it was on the second story, and like in order to get to it, like you have to go through this sketchy ass, like we all balance pretty well. We're all on these wheels, and you know, balance is not something any of us on this are concerned with. And I was like, I'm gonna fall. I'm 100%. I'm gonna fall, and I'm gonna break something. And so then we had Colin come back for dinner, and this were I'm gonna I don't want YouTube to take this down. This enter explicative here. She literally messages me while Colin's there, like, I see you have a third guest. I'm like, no, I have a friend over for a meal.
oh my God.
She wanted to, like, she was like hitting me up with charges. I ended up having to dispute the whole thing. Like, it was,
What?
it was absolute, it was awful. It was, I've stayed in a lot of Airbnbs. That's our go-to Airbnb. In the day
Right.
and age, hotels, are
Yeah.
difficult with this kind of stuff. Airbnbs are the way to do it. And that was the place that I went the first year was
Yep.
incredible. I tried rebooking it. She's not available anymore. So I had to go to this. And to be fair, it was last minute. I booked like a week and a half before the event. So I had to get the scraps.
Uh-huh.
My God, Colin could attest to it. Colin and Scrag can both attest to it. It was absolutely terrible.
I was just thinking about something. I was wondering if you still have that footage of me from the first Wheel Life rally that I was jumping off
I
of
can't.
that ramp.
We're gonna leave that one offline. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
who's
no worries.
watching.
Let's
I don't
just
know
keep
who's
We'll
going.
watching.
we'll circle back to that
that's not
offline.
nice. Well, that's what I'm
Your
excited for.
$15
Moving on.
Airbnb.
Okay. So
Yeah,
the world's best Airbnb is what you're looking forward to. Okay.
that's
How
right. That's right.
how about you,
Yeah.
Colin? What are you looking forward to?
Oh man, seeing all my friends. I'm looking forward to this year being the year we blow up. I want this year to be the year that we get attendance up to like 100 people.
Yep.
And let everybody see what I've seen the last few years, which is just this amazing event at this amazing location that you get some of the best racing in. It's not like these other events where you run the qualifier and unless you're in like the top 10, you don't race. Like you are going to be racing all day,
Mm-hmm.
and it's for everybody. And that's really one thing I want to push out is all skill levels. It's not like these top pros are just there killing everybody. The people who won the 1 year, he was on like an XR, beat me on a GT. Um, there were some guys
Massimo.
last year. Yeah,
Massive.
Massimo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Uh,
sticker guy.
the following year, he got, I don't know, like sixth because we got a little bit more competition, but he still had a great time. And there were some other guys that came, ran just a couple races and enjoyed themselves, like got to experience just one wheel racing, or you say racing, and they didn't feel like they had to do like the whole day of pushing themselves real hard, but they were like, yeah, this was such a great feeling just to get out there on the trails and really see where I was at as far as compared to other people, and I love seeing that.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with all of you, obviously. To me, um it it feels like family every year, and I know I'm emotional and I get all, and it means a lot to me to see so many people coming out, and it really does feel like I wait for it all year long, and then when it happens, like I'm so excited, so like Brian though, I think this year I'm looking forward to doing less and enjoying more. Like I'm looking forward to, Colin is gonna do a whole lot when it comes to the one wheel races. I'm not gonna be doing all the races and losing my voice, so because I'm not gonna be doing that. I'm gonna be pulling back and allowing more people to step up and help out in that regard. So I'm looking forward to being able to see more of it, because when you're doing so much, you don't get to see and enjoy as much. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm really looking forward to the just the group camaraderie, the dinner, going out to dinner before and after. Um, I really had a great time. We met up before the event and we did a group shot. Um, we were still going to go to the Ale Trail Rail House, or the Rail Trail Ale House rather. And they yeah, the manager there, I mean, she's wonderful. We had a great time visiting. They were excited to have us there, so I love the vibe there, the food there. So I look forward to that. At least 2 trips there while over the weekend. So I'm excited for all that. So it should be amazing.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you're finally willing to let go of some of those reins there, Cobra, because
Hmm.
we that was one of the things that, last year we were like, you know you you have so many people here to help,
Hmm.
and you're still trying to do it all.
Hmm.
So, and again, viewers, this is one of the things that we've been talking about behind the scenes for so long, is like, he started doing this, with like a small team. It was just him and Showtime. And, and now he's got help, and he's like, oh, wait, no, I have help. I could, who can I? It's like, we're right here. Especially on the one wheel side of things, you're still
Yeah,
trying to run all the one wheel stuff, and
yeah.
you're like, and Colin and I are like, let the one wheel people run the one wheel stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. We got
Well,
this, bro.
yeah. Well, I
Yeah,
will be
like
doing
I
that
try to
this
run
year.
marketing, and I'm not a marketing guy. Like, like, let the marketing people let the one wheel people run the one wheel stuff. So yeah, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. I know it is. Um, it's it's one of those things that I just can't, like, now. Right now, my stomach is starting to, it starts to get all worked up because I'm like, this is gonna be, I love it, and I want more people to experience it so they can have that same love. Um, I just will take that address of that Airbnb and put it on a do not rent list.
You're
Yeah,
joking, but I'm gonna get it
supposedly
for
it's like my neighbor.
you.
Like
Oh, oh Lord.
What'd you say, Showtime?
I said, supposedly it's like my neighbor, like literally like 3 blocks away. I was like,
That's what you said last
yeah,
year. You
yeah,
said
the
that.
sketchy Chinese food place. I was like, oh God, you ate there? Like,
Listen, listen. I was hoping, Colin, Greg, and I were hoping and praying that, like, all right, we're in, for lack of a better term, the hood. The Chinese food has to be slamming. It was not.
this is
I thought it was
retired.
okay. I mean, it
It was
wasn't bad.
okay.
No,
It was
no,
okay.
that's like takeout Chinese food. This is like retired veteran area. Um, I want to say like the ghetto, like maybe like that street, but like nah,
Veterinarian.
like my neighbors are old and cut my grass, like
Mhm.
because they're home all day. Like,
And they're retired veterinarians.
No.
Stop.
Well, you got to remember the Air Force base is right near us, right near where you were. So, a lot of people that retired in that area.
I have to show you. I have to show you pictures. Literally, even the bathroom, there was a dormer. So when you went to wash your hands, like, you couldn't even get your, like the ceiling was hitting your head. I mean, it was terrible. I have to send you guys pictures of this. It's
Place is
absolutely.
not. Say that again, Ash.
I say you got punked.
Yo,
It was in Chicopee.
yeah, that's where she lives.
Okay, yeah. It was. Yeah, and
Oh
this
my
is
god.
this is like this is what she did. She sent messages, screenshotting the camera, and she was like, "I see you have another person,"
Oh my god, yo.
and I was like, I literally responded. She was like angry at me for not responding in, like, within minutes.
Yo,
It
you,
was it
yo,
was
and
ridiculous.
aren't you carrying food? Like, you could see that you were trying to eat. Like, That is just so messed up.
It
I'm
was so
not.
bad.
I'm not gonna lie. That's
Oh
that's one of the
man,
worst Airbnb stories I've heard.
it
Yeah,
was it was it
Person.
was
People
bad.
have company at Airbnbs all the time.
yeah. Think about
That's
the
that's what I said. I said it's company, not guest. It's
right.
company. Like
Think about
hotels that you pay for two people, they
yeah.
don't tell you you can't have someone, stop by the room. Oh, we're going to charge you another day. You know, ridiculous.
That's crazy.
And she
So
has in her amenities, she has that there's like snacks provided or whatever. Like there's a whole snack room. So
yeah.
then I'm like, all right, that's nice. That's nice. We get there and like you have to call her, and then she opens up this closet with like a bunch of candy bars and stuff, and like it's more expensive than Rite Aid. Like it's. I'm like, oh, this isn't included.
I'm so confused right now. I'm like,
Is it like supposed to be like her version of a mini fridge?
It was,
right? I
and
was
that's the thing.
thinking the
Like,
same thing, like the mini bar.
I don't know if
Mhm.
it was air conditioner or not, but there had to be some melted Snickers in there, man. It was not. It did not like.
Stop.
I don't know how
Like
old
the
that thing was. She
$100
does. She
bottle
does
of,
not get inspected.
That was hot in there.
It was hot in there. It was. There was this one lonely
hot,
air
isn't it?
conditioner on top of the couch, and it was like unit air conditioned, and it's like Cobra, that little portable air conditioner that I brought. I
Yep.
ended up having to lug that upstairs and fill
Stop
it with
it.
water for my room because I was sweating. Like, I was so hot.
Well, I did get a message from her, and she said she'll give you a discount if you stay again.
You stop it. I will pay full price elsewhere. You stop it. Full price anywhere else.
Bro, you can't on my couch for that.
I
Like,
know. Yo.
I got two extra beds upstairs.
Yeah. And Ashley's not far from there.
One of the bedrooms. It can't be called a bedroom because there's no door. It's just a bed in the middle of the living room.
That's where Greg slept, right?
No, that was where Gerardo slept. No, yeah, no, Greg slept on
Yeah.
Gerardo was with me, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gerardo was with us.
I
Yeah,
think
that's
you
where he
I
slept.
think you told me that you would tell me the story later. And I
And
never
did.
You
This
never
is the
got
first
to
time you're
it.
You're
And-
hearing it first time on the live
This
stream.
is
Well,
killing
now
me.
everyone gets it.
This is killing me.
It was
Anyway,
bad,
okay.
man.
Let's circle
Back to the rally.
Okay, so the rally will have a list of places not to stay. Right now, we got one place on that list, but we will post it.
I've scoped it out for you guys.
So
You're
you
welcome.
know.
Everyone should just camp anyways. It's a great time.
Yeah, it is. It's fun. Well, especially if you have the Nico setup, because Nico and Ash had the best camping setup. Like I was like, yo, they got a whole village over here. Like I was like,
Right?
I didn't see it. What was their setup?
oh man, they had a trailer with a bed in it. Then they took out all this stuff. It's like it was like a home away from home. They had a shower. They had,
You
like-
did too.
yeah, no, we had a camper. But I'm
Oh, you
saying,
had they
Yeah.
had a trailer and you had a okay. Got
yeah,
it.
theirs was outside. Like they backed up this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, I was like, okay, that's for real. Like, and remember, they're at the time. Well, she just turned 18 and he's 19. So these are two kids and they had like the best setup I have. I was like, yo. Yeah. Yeah. I was impressed.
Wheelers know how to camp,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah. The only thing better than that is where, Colin and Seth were in the camper. So, I know they were comfortable. It had the
Oh, yeah.
AC and stuff. So, a little couch TV and all that. So that was a next step up. But I like seeing what people do. I like the fact that they had a shower outside. I was like, huh?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. I was like,
Right?
this
We
is-
were all just watching, waiting for them to start showering. And
Yeah. See, Brian, you went there and he just went all there. See?
That was great.
Okay.
Wait,
Any-
hold up. You said that they were like teenagers, right? Like this,
Yeah.
we shouldn't be making this joke. This is bad.
Well, but look, they're teenagers that have been on their own for years. That's the thing
Yeah.
is those two have been living on their own. Especially Nico's been on his own
That's
for a while.
not what I meant by this
Yeah.
is bad. I
Yeah,
meant
so they're much more
like
exploitable.
pedophilia.
Yeah. They're not that young. So I mean,
Okay.
18 and 19 is not that young. So
Says the
yeah. But I did tell
Let's turn.
I
Let's,
did I
keep
did
going.
tell Ashley that I I said I have a daughter your age and I wouldn't let her go and do the things that you're doing. I would not.
fair point. Fair point. Yeah.
But hey, anyway, those two are a really good addition actually. Speaking of them, Nico and Ashley, great racers. They do a great
Oh, yeah.
job at all the events that I see them go to. They're always placing. They're in the top whatever because they are some really good racers. Nico did a great job with his 5 wins last year, 5 medals he had around his neck at the final. Yeah, I was
She got
surprised.
hurt last year, didn't she?
She did. She did. She fell going down that. But I was
Stop.
telling her before that I said you'll probably need to wear some more gear and some more clothes when you're riding. Because she's wearing short shorts, and when she fell, she scraped her skin. I was like, there it goes. But
Yeah, but in her defense, she wasn't ready for the terrain, and it was she was going downhill, and was it um mulch, kind of, sort of. I think that was mulch. I don't think it was so soft dirt, and she
No, I
hit
think
it
she hit
hard.
the asphalt. I
Yeah.
think she.
Well,
it
it
was
was
like-
because there was
No, she
there was-
hit
really
the
rough.
asphalt, but she's a good rider. But I think she went in too strong, and the terrain was soft, and then she tumbled into the asphalt.
it was also the other rider, so
gravel.
they collided.
Yeah, another rider.
Yeah, so she got fishy, squirrely, and they collided, and then they tried to correct, and then she went down. So
Oh, was it Ruben?
Ruben
yeah,
just
there you
said
go.
Off the takeoffs.
Yeah, I knew it was somebody. Yeah, so Ruben said it was him. Yeah, but I watched it over and over. When she started fishtailing and shit, and then bang, and they bounced into each other, and then you try and recover, and and she went down. It happens, but
We got that footage.
I do.
All right, should-
I'm
yeah.
sure I have it buried somewhere.
Yeah. I just was very surprised. I was like, "Whoa!" And then, and I was like, soon as and I felt bad because she went down after her family got there. So she had her aunt and uncle, I believe, were there, and then she falls because she had been doing so good, so many races, and then she falls when they're there. I was like, "Ooh!" So I kind of felt really bad, but she didn't have anything covering herself and scraped that skin
Well,
right off.
I think also one of the things to consider too. People think because it's New England, it doesn't get hot, and it does because we were kind of down in that bowl, and it's a long day, and it was what, in the 90s. It was definitely hot, so it was a long day. I think she started to get dehydrated as well.
Oh yeah, she did have that issue
yeah.
earlier. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's experience and youth. Youth.
Right.
You think that you're invincible, and you're like, no, you still have to drink some water. You still have to be hydrated. You still have to rest. So, but I mean, even with all that, she still did a hell of a job. Still took several first places, and she was making it happen. So, shouts out to Ash. Shouts out to Nico. Yeah, Ruben said accidentally. Yeah, we know, Ruben. We definitely don't think you bumped into her or she bumped into you on purpose. We know it was an accident.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah. Brian ain't buying it. He said.
I smell bullshit a mile away.
Ruben said it was brutally hot.
I gotta say, Nico, I saw some clips that she showed me of him. He was maybe the first person that almost made EUC riding look cool. in my, when I saw that, I was like, wow, it almost looks cool.
Well, then you obviously don't have two eyes that work because it is cool.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say, as the one wheel guy, bridging the gap, because I'm also an EUC guy, we can just boot Colin right off of this.
Look, I'm just stirring the pot, okay? I'm just stirring the pot.
We're not on Facebook or Reddit or wherever, Colin.
Oh, well, let me tell you, this is definitely a great first stream for us. As we have these updates, we will continue to do things like this. So
should I reveal my little one wheel thing that I learned today that I really shouldn't reveal?
Absolutely.
Let's hear it.
So the Pint X and the Pint S and some of those boards, they came out and they had a firmware update that basically when you kind of turn, you're less likely to like nose into the ground. Better turn compensation stuff. And we've been waiting for this update to come to the GTS. And I learned today that before Let It Ride 3, which is March 27th or 28th, something like that, we should be expecting that GTS firmware update, which pretty much means it's probably going to be either this Friday or next Friday that we'll be getting a new GTS firmware update.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, that obviously new updates are always exciting. So I'm here's hoping that the update goes flawlessly because they don't always.
Well,
very true.
Very true. And I also got to say that I wish I was a little bit more psyched about that, but last year I rode a GTS, and I'm 90% confident that I'm going Vesk this year. So yeah, so
okay.
I'll have my GTS as my secondary. 100% bringing both.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You need both. I mean,
yeah.
Well, yeah, I know a lot of times you feel like you need both. Oh, you can't see the other one. They're both in the corner right there. I'm like, yeah, you always need two at least.
You gotta have
I don't know if you can see, but I got all three right here.
So in the chat, Johnny Blaze, you still in the chat? I see he said, and he already made a comment that wants I'm gonna hook him up. Johnny Blaze, if you're still in the chat, let me know, and let me know if you have a Wheel Life Rally T-shirt, because if not, you got one now. I was looking for the newest
John
person.
Massimo.
I'm like, who else is new that's in the chat that I haven't seen? And he made a few comments and I kind of missed it. Now I caught it. So let me know that you're there, and we'll hook you up, and get you a shirt. So I am excited to ride these new wheels behind me. I have the X-Way for off-road that I have not ridden yet. And I have the Sherman L for long distance. And I
Not Massimo.
oh, there he is. Great stream. Get it right. Not Massimo. Massimo, no. I didn't think so.
Massimino.
He thought. Oh, Massimino, no. Yeah.
Me no Massimo.
Yeah. So Blaze, what size T-shirt you wear? Let me know, and we'll and hit me on the side. Send me a message on anywhere, Instagram, YouTube. I don't care. TikTok. I don't give a damn. Just hit me somewhere, and I'll get the shirt out to you. But let me know what size you rock.
I feel your pain on the name thing, though. There's a reason I actually go by Brian Lindy. Lindy is not my name. It's shortened. It's my last name is longer, and no one gets it right. So that's why I go by Lindy. So I feel you there. No one gets it right.
Okay, so it is John, whatever his name is.
Oh, is that you?
He just messaged me. He was like, "Yeah, it's me trying to get my pronunciation of my last name right."
Okay, it is John.
Massimo, not Massimo. No,
it's Massimino. That's his name. Is
Massimino.
Massimino.
For those of you who don't know, he's also known as the one wheel clock guy.
The one wheel clock guy. We call him the sticker guy.
Everyone's the sticker guy.
Who like
No,
left work
he was
to
making
randomly
stickers when we
ride
met
with
him.
us.
Oh,
He was one of the first persons we rode with
Massimino. I read it.
on a one wheel. Like we were like, who's this dude? And he's like, yo, I'll ride with you guys. And he met up with us. Oh no, as a matter of fact, wasn't he working, Ash, in the building?
He left work because he seen us from like the 13th floor and just like got his board and started riding with us. It was so awesome.
Oh my
Like,
god.
I think I should go back to work now, like 3 hours later.
He said, "Don't matter. Love you guys."
Great.
So, all right. So, John, I didn't know that was you. But you still get a shirt. Yeah, I see large. I got you, brother. So is there going to be another Bigoed International race for 2025? Yes, there is. So the only thing I don't know yet is where they're going to do it, because there was a couple of locations they were talking about, but they did just reach out on the Chinese chat app that they have and say that they were looking at all the videos and photos and stuff from this past one, and they loved how it looked, and they're excited to start gearing up for this next one, and they look forward to seeing us all again. I'm like, yeah, boy. So we might be going
So we
somewhere
can
else.
start sending donations.
Yeah, there you go.
Central time.
Cobra, do you have like an EUC tattoo
I do
or
not.
Showtime? Either one.
Do not. Why, you designing
Man.
something for yours?
No, I was just wondering, like, man, maybe we should get Alex out to do some tattoos. No, that might
that's
be
a great
tough.
idea.
Okay.
You think so?
That's a great idea.
Okay.
Alex Smith, he's he presides in the Harrisburg, Pennsylvania area, and he comes to a lot of the one wheel events and does tattooing for one wheel tattoos. Like he's done float life tattoos, float gang tattoos, one wheel tattoos, one stop board shop tattoos. So yeah, he's a solid dude, good rider
Okay.
too. Yeah,
Well,
good call, Colin.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll reach out to him.
Did you see Colin showing us his tattoo, Brian? I know you said you had another screen up.
So YouTube and the chat is on a lag. I can't.
It'll
Colin,
show
you're
in a
just gonna have to
second.
Send me a picture of it with pants off.
Yeah, he just stood on his chair and was stripping. Yeah, it'll show in a second.
His translucent leg. His leg needs sun very much. So.
It just
It does. Oh my god, it hasn't seen sun in months.
We can't say anything, Colin. We're
I used to live in Florida, and I had this beautiful tan, and now I have like melanin deficiency.
That's why you got
Oh,
all the
boy.
facial hair and everything. Blocker,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I get it. I don't have that problem, but I get it.
There are not too many shades like darker. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
Well,
I love it.
I have two things that I want to say real quick. One is another thing that I'm excited for this year is I'm excited to see, hopefully he'll come out. I'm excited to see Turpak, and I'm excited to see Turpak not miss the finish line.
Yeah, he can find that thing eventually.
Yeah,
Well,
eventually, yeah.
I will tell you, I'm not sure who's gonna make it out of the one wheel top crew that we had there, because Kyle is going. He's definitely going to be going to their event, the Race for the Rail, and he has to ship his wheel out there, because we were thinking of moving the event to the 9th, which would have been the week prior. And he's like, but I still won't have time to ship my wheel out there or ship my wheel to you, race with you, and then ship it out there. I need more lead time. So he's like, so I still would not be able to make it to your event. And I'm like, never mind. We're going to keep it on the same day. And those that are going to race for the rail, hats off to you. Do your thing and make it happen. Those who are not, if you're a one wheel rider and you still on the circuit and you're not going to make it to the rail, make sure you come to the rally because you can still get some points for next year. So I would still urge you to make your way to the rally so you could race because I feel bad, especially Kyle. Kyle's my guy, man. He's like, you know, uh, we've been talking on the side, and he was so excited. He wanted to do so much with us this year, and then when he found out that the date was the same, he was like angry. he was like he was not
Well,
happy.
last year he was the one who came up to me like immediate like on site and then afterwards, and he was like, Brian, wheel life rally, the look, the type of racing, the type of terrain, like the dirt and all that, this is what one wheel racing needs to be. This is
Yep,
what it's about. This is how it has to be. This is the type of event that one wheelers need to see more and more on the race circuit. So I mean, he got the bug.
he did. And he
Yeah.
reached out to me several times on his own. He's like, dude, what's the date? Let me know. I'm ready to go. I was like, okay, okay. So when I got the
Love
date,
that.
I sent it to him and I was like, Kyle, this is he's like, great. He's like, let me know when we're ready to start kick. He's like, because I want to help promote and this and that. And I was like, no, you are the man. And then Race for the Rail announces that they're going to do it the same day. I'm like,
They didn't
what?
announce it.
Well, they didn't announce it, but they announced it to us, and they tell us
Yeah.
this months later, and I'm like, but we've had this day for months.
But this
Eh,
happens all the time, man. I mean,
It does.
events around that time get scheduled, and I mean, even even last year there was something that it didn't conflict directly on the same weekend, but it had the people can't do both within a week's time
Yep.
issue. I mean, that's and our saving grace is we're East Coast,
Yeah.
and the people who are going to go are going to go regardless, but the people who
Yeah.
aren't going to go at least can come to something on the East Coast.
Yes.
So yeah,
Yeah.
And you can
period. End of
race
story.
that day even if you can't go to Race for the Rail. Come out to
That's
the
right.
Wick,
Yep.
join us at Wheel Life Rally.
I
That's
just
it.
saw Kyle last week. He picked up the trophies for Sarl, his the Savage Amateur Racing League in New Jersey. And so I mean he is getting geared up for the race season. This is his first year going race for the rail.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean he's hitting it hard, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
So
He said he's been training already.
yeah, he's at it.
Yeah. So I give him
On
credit.
that on that note, just to the viewers, I know that all the guys here, we all have our stuff, but coming from the PEV business side of things, I just want to say to everyone who's viewing this, last year and this coming year, especially with everything going on, with tariffs and everything, guys, please, I implore you. I know Cobra was talking about sponsors earlier. It's going to be a very, very difficult year for us to get sponsors with with the business and economic environment that we're just coming out of and just approaching. If you have an opportunity to support your US based companies, buy direct, get a helmet from someone instead of from Amazon, support your local businesses that are based in the US. It doesn't even have to, I mean, I'm in Jersey. You don't, I don't, it doesn't matter if you're in Jersey. Support your local businesses, because without you guys, I mean, everyone, the love and support is great, but the way to support is with your wallet.
Mm-hmm.
Please, please, please. I'm not asking for One Stop Board Shop. I'm asking for the PEV industry as a whole. Companies are scaling back and dropping like flies, and you're going to see more and more of it in this coming year. I implore you, and I know I'm hijacking the platform right now, but
No,
it's
go
it's
for it.
it's relevant to Wheel Life Rally, because if you don't support your companies, if you don't support the One Wheel and EUC companies that love and support you,
Mm-hmm.
then they're not going to be able to sponsor this, and it's going to be harder for us to do what we got to do to give you guys the best event. So I'm,
Yep.
I'm I'm asking you now from the bottom of my heart. I implore you, if you're putting off that purchase and you have the money,
Mm-hmm.
don't put it off. It's about making sure that companies like us can survive, so that we can continue to do the fun things like Wheel Life Rally, which only benefits you. So
Yeah.
That's my soapbox. I just wanted to make sure I said it.
Yeah, no, shouts out to you and other business owners who are trying to continue to serve our community, because that's what it's really about, is trying to make sure that we get what we need. And I know that what you're doing and how you had to scale back. I know that's not easy for you. I know, and I mean, knowing you, you're like I discussed before. You and I have that same energy. It's just go, 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 and push, 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 and what else can I do? What else can I do? What else? And to have to scale back, but to still want to serve and still want to help as many people as you possibly can. It takes a lot. So we appreciate you, Brian, for still doing what you can to keep pushing forward and trying to make One Stop Board Shop still be there for everybody.
I appreciate, and that's why I'm here, and I just want to make sure that everyone does what they can, not just for me, but for everybody.
Yeah.
There's, you know,